Hello students, this is our sixth lecture on direct and bending stresses. In this lecture, we will solve few problem based upon direct and bending stresses. So this is a 13 number problem. A rectangular rod of size 50 mm by 100 mm is bent into C shape as shown in figure number 1 and applied load of 40 kN at a point A. Calculate resultant stress developed at section at section XX. This section XX. Figure is already given. This question was asked two times, summer 19 and summer 15 for 4 marks. So in this problem we have to find out maximum and minimum stress at this section. So this figure can be simplified as this is a section at this XX and this breadth is 100 mm and this depth is 50 mm and load is applied at a point of A. So at this point of A, and eccentricity from the axis of this section is 300 mm. This 300 mm and load is applied here. Magnitude of load is 40 kilonewton. So given data, D depth is 50, this is 50, breadth 100, this is 100 mm, and eccentricity E is equal to 300 mm. This is a 300 mm. We have to find out sigma max and sigma min. So area of this section, this 100 multiplied by 50, 50 multiplied by 100 mm square, this is the area. Now our point is here. So moment of inertia about this axis, this is a y axis. Moment of inertia of this point about this y axis, Iyy is equal to for moment of inertia of rectangular section dB cube divided by 12. So put values of this D and B, 50 multiplied by 100 cube divided by 12. So moment of inertia Iyy is equal to 4.17 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Now Ymax means distance of extreme fiber from neutral axis or axis of column. So here these are extreme fibers, these two are extreme fiber and axis is at middle of this section. So y means this much of distance, then this total is 100. Therefore distance of this extreme fiber from this neutral axis is 100 by 2. Therefore y is equal to 50 mm. Now bending moment M is equal to load multiplied by this perpendicular distance of force from axis. So 14 to 10 raised to 3 and this eccentricity 300, it gives 12 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. This is a bending moment. Now we know the formula for direct stress, load divided by area. Load is 14 to 10 raised to 3 and area, this is a 50 multiplied by 100. Therefore direct stress is 8 Newton per mm square. This is a direct stress. Now for bending stress, we know the formula for bending stress, M by I multiplied by Y. Put the value of M means bending moment 12 into 10 raised to 6 multiplied by this y 50 divided by moment of inertia 4.17 into 10 raised to 6. Therefore bending stress is 143.88 Newton per mm square. Now we know the formula for sigma max. Sigma max is equal to direct stress plus bending stress. Put the values of direct stress and bending stress, 8 plus 143.88. Therefore maximum stress is 151.88 Newton per mm square. This is positive, therefore this stress is compressive. And sigma mean, direct stress minus bending stress, 8 minus 143.88. Therefore sigma minimum is minus 135.88 Newton mm. As this is a minus, means this is a tensile in nature. This maximum stress 151.88 and this minimum stress 135.88, these are acting, maximum stress is acting here 151.88, this is a compressive in nature, and minimum stress is acting here, so minimum stress acting here minus 135.88, and it is tensile in nature. So this side experience tensile forces and this side experience compressive forces. Problem number 14. A diamond shaped pier with diagonal 3 meter and 6 meter is subjected to eccentric loading of 1500 kN at a distance of 1 meter from centroid and on the longer diagonal. Calculate maximum stress induced in a section. This question was asked for 6 mark in summer 19 paper. They have already given this figure. Our eccentric load 1500 is acting on a longer diagonal. Longer. This AC is a longer diagonal. So our force P is on this diagonal and at eccentricity of 1 meter. This eccentricity 1 meter. So we have to find out maximum stress induced in a section. So given data, force P is 1500 kilonewton, convert it into Newton, 1500 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Eccentricity E is equal to 1000 mm. We have to find out this sigma max, maximum stress induced in a section. So we know the formula for direct stress. Direct stress sigma D, load divided by area. We know the load, this 1500 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, and this diamond shaped pier can be considered as a two triangles. This is a one triangle ADB and this is second triangle DCB. So area can be calculated using formula of triangle. So this one triangle and this one triangle, 2 times area of this half into this 300 base multiplied by this height 300, as this total height is 6000. So this much is 3000 mm. So direct stress is 0.1667 Newton mm. Now for bending stress, for bending moment we know the formula, force multiplied by perpendicular distance. Force is 1500 into 10 raised to 3 and this eccentricity E is 1 meter, which is equal to 1000 mm. Therefore m is equal to 1.5 into 10 raised to 9 Newton mm. As our eccentricity is with respect to this x-axis, our point is here. So moment of inertia of this triangle this triangle and this triangle. There are two triangles. So moment of inertia of this triangle about this x axis. So moment of inertia Ixx is equal to Idb is equal to I base. These are two triangle, this one triangle and this two triangle, 2 times formula for moment of inertia of triangle about this x axis bh cube divided by 12. So put all these values. 2 multiplied by breadth is 3000, this is 3000 multiplied by this height 3000 cube divided by 12. Therefore moment of inertia is equal to 13.5 into 10 raised to 12 mm raised to 4. Now this y means distance of extreme fiber from axis. So distance of extreme fiber from axis is here and extreme fibers are at A or C. So distance of A from this axis, which is equal to 3000 mm, or half of this 6000 mm. 6000 by 2 is equal to y is equal to 3000 mm. Now for the bending stress, we know the formula m by I multiplied by y. Put all these values. 1.5 into 10 raised to 9, value of this y 3000, and value of moment of inertia 13.5 into 10 raised to 12. Therefore bending stress is equal to 0.333 Newton per mm square. Now we know the formula for maximum bending stress, sigma max is equal to direct stress plus bending stress. Put values of direct stress and bending stress. Therefore sigma max is equal to 0.5 Newton per mm square. This is a compressive in nature. This is a maximum stress in diamond pier. Problem number 15. A 30 mm diameter rod is bent to form an offset link as shown in figure. If permissible tensile stress is 80 Newton per mm square, find the maximum value of P. They are already provided figure. This question was for 4 marks in paper of winter 18 and summer 16. We have to find out the magnitude of this force P so that at this section AA the tensile stress should not exceed this value of 18 Newton per mm square. So given data, the diameter of this rod is 30 mm and maximum permissible stress is 18 Newton per mm square. So first of all we have to find out amount of eccentricity. At this section axis will be at middle point. Diameter of this rod is 30 mm. So eccentricity will be, this total is D, so this half is this D by 2 and this D by 2. This total is D, diameter D, and this is a 30. So half of 30 is 15. So this is our axis. So distance from axis to this extreme fiber, this much of distance is 15 mm. So this 15 plus this 40. So your eccentricity 40 plus this total is D by 2. 40 plus 30 by 2 is equal to 55. Means this center, this axis to the axis of this application of this force, this total distance is 55. This is a 55. Now area of this cross section, we know the formula for cross section of circle, pi by 4 d square, therefore pi by 4 30 square, therefore area at the section of this AA is 706.88 mm square, this area. Now formula for moment of inertia of circle, pi by 64 d raised to 4, therefore pi by 64 30 raised to 4, 39.76 10 raised to 3 mm raised to 4. This is a moment of inertia I. And y means extreme fiber distance from axis. So this section AA can be represented, this is a cross section, and suppose this is a, this is the axis yy, and this is the axis xx, and this is a B point, this A, this is the A point, this B point. So A and B, these are extreme layer fiber from the neutral axis or axis. So this much of distance, this much, this is a half of D, half of diameter. So diameter is 30 by 2 means 15. Extreme layer distance, extreme layer fiber distance, or this is a extreme layer fiber, this is also extreme layer fiber, distance of extreme layer from this axis is this 15 mm. Now formula for bending stress, maximum bending stress is sigma max is equal to direct stress plus bending stress. Therefore sigma max is equal to, formula for direct stress is load divided by area, and formula for bending stress is m by I multiplied by y. So put all these values. Maximum allowable stress is 80 Newton per mm square. So put here 80 is equal to, P is unknown, P divided by cross section area, this is cross section area 706.8. Now this m can be written as, m is equal to force multiplied by perpendicular distance or eccentricity. Therefore P multiplied by this 55 is value of E, eccentricity. Now this 15 is this value of this y, this 15, and moment of inertia, this is a 39.76 into 10 raised to 3. So after solving this equation we get P is equal to 3610.1 Newton. This is the maximum value of force that can be applied to this bar, so that this bar doesn't exceed this value of this maximum allowable stress. Now problem number 16. A short column of external diameter 40 cm and internal diameter 20 cm carries an eccentric load of 80 kN. Find greatest eccentricity which the load can have without producing tension on the cross section. This question is from winter 18 paper. This was 6 marks. So given data, in this problem, column is hollow, external diameter is 40 cm, therefore capital D is equal to 400 mm, internal diameter small d is equal to 20 cm, in mm, d is equal to 200 mm, and applied load is 80 kilonewton. Therefore P is equal to 8 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Now they have given condition, we have to find out eccentricity so that there should not be any tension in cross section. There should not be any tensile forces. Now for hollow column, area can be calculated pi by 4 capital D square minus small d square. Therefore A is equal to area 94.25 into 10 raised to 3 mm square. Formula for moment of inertia of hollow circle pi by 64 d raised capital D raised to 4 minus small d raised to 4. Value of pi 3.142 divided by 64, 400 raised to 4 minus 200 raised to 4. Therefore moment of inertia Iyy is equal to 11.78 into 10 raised to 8 mm raised to 4. And value of extreme layer fiber from axis. Here external diameter is 400 mm. Therefore extreme layer fiber is 400 divided by 2. 400 divided by 2, y is equal to 200 mm. Now for no tension condition, sigma minimum should be positive. So formula for sigma mean direct stress minus bending stress. So as sigma minimum should be positive for no tension condition, therefore sigma D should be equal or greater than this sigma B. Therefore direct stress should be equal to sigma B. Formula for direct stress load divided by area. Formula for bending stress m by I multiplied by y. This m can be written as P multiplied by E. So this P and P get cancelled. Therefore this E can be written as I divided by A multiplied by Y. Put all the values of I, A and Y. So after solving this equation we get 62.49 mm. So this is a maximum eccentricity that can be applied on this column. So there will be only compressive forces. Beyond this eccentricity there will be tensile forces as well as compressive forces in column. Problem number 17. A rectangular column is 200 mm wide, 100 mm thick. It is subjected to a load of 180 kilonewton at an eccentricity of 100 mm in a plane bisecting the thickness. Draw combined stress distribution diagram showing their values. This question is from winter 18 paper. This was for 6 marks. Given data is for rectangular column, breadth is 200 mm and depth is 100 mm. Applied load P is 180 kilonewton, which is equal to 180 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, and eccentricity E 100 mm in a plane bisecting the thickness. Here thickness is 100 mm. So figure can be like this. This is a thickness 100 mm and this is a breadth 200 mm, and eccentricity in the plane of in a plane cutting bisecting the thickness. So E will be this 100 mm and point P will be here. So moment of inertia of this rectangle about this y-axis. Moment of inertia of this rectangle about this y-axis. Formula is dB cube divided by 12. Therefore 100 into 200 cube divided by 12. Therefore moment of inertia is 66.67 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Now extreme fiber distance from axis. This is an extreme fiber, this one and this one. So breadth is 200 mm. So distance of this and this layer from this axis is 100 mm. Therefore y is equal to this 100 mm, and area is breadth multiplied by depth, 200 multiplied by 100. Now formula for direct stress is load divided by area. Load is 180 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area is this 20,000. Therefore direct stress is 9 Newton per mm square. Now for bending stress, formula for bending stress is sigma b is equal to m by I multiplied by y. M can be written as P multiplied by E, force multiplied by perpendicular distance, multiplied by this y divided by I. Put value of this P 180 into 10 raised to 3, value of E 100 and value of y is 100, and value of moment of inertia from here 66.67 into 10 raised to 6. Therefore bending stress is 27 Newton per mm square. Now formula for maximum stress is sigma max is equal to direct stress plus bending stress. Direct stress is 9, bending stress is 27. Therefore sigma max is equal to 36 Newton per mm square, and this is a compressive in nature. Now for minimum stress, sigma minimum is equal to direct stress minus bending stress. 9 minus 27 is equal to minus 18 Newton per mm square. Minus sign means it is a tensile in nature. Therefore this minus 18 act on this side, and this plus 36 is acting on this side. For drawing this stress distribution diagram, first of all draw one reference line. On this side value of stress is 36 and it is compressive in nature. Compressive means draw this line below this reference line and take proper scale and mark here 36, and minus 18 is acting on this side. Minus means this is tensile. Tensile forces are marked above this reference line. Take proper scale and mark here 18, and after which join this line and this arrow indicate this is compressing this reference line. These are compressing this reference line means compressive forces, and these are arrow pulling this reference lines means this is a tensile stresses. Problem number 18. Calculate diameter of core of section for a circular column having diameter 240 mm. Using basic principle, draw neat sketch for shape with dimension. Here they have mentioned do not use direct formula. Direct formula for eccentricity for circle is d by 8. So they have mentioned here do not use direct formula. Diameter of circular column is 240 mm. So we have to find out this core of section. We know that for no tension condition sigma minimum should be positive. Sigma d direct stress should be equal to bending stress. Formula for direct stress is P divided by A. Formula for bending stress is M divided by I multiplied by Y. This m can be written as P multiplied by force multiplied by perpendicular distance E. For circular section, moment of inertia pi by 64 d raised to 4. So put value of this d 240. Therefore, moment of inertia is 162.8 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Now distance of extreme fiber from axis is d by 2. Therefore, diameter is 240 divided by 2 is 120 mm. And cross section area of column is pi by 4 d square. Therefore, area is 45.24 into 10 raised to 3 mm square. Now in this equation number 1 become, put all these values in this equation. This p get cancelled. Value of y is 120. Value of moment of inertia 162.8 into 10 raised to 3. Value of cross section area 45 to 24 into 10 raised to 3. So after solving this equation we get E is equal to 30 mm. This is the limit of eccentricity.